Hey everyone, and welcome to Mastering Roblox Lua coding. Today we're not wasting any time. We're going to open Roblox Studio, write a script, and make the code work. Let's get started. First up, let's open up Roblox Studio, and we're going to choose the base plate for today. You'll see your own 3D game world come to life, but right now it looks a bit boring. So at the top, we have home, there's part, click on part, and then new brick will appear. We have all these tools that we're going to be using. We have scale, move basically moves the part, scale, you can make the part bigger or smaller, so you can feel free to pause the video and experiment with these. But we're going to move on to two very important windows. They're so important that they're going to become your new best friends: the Explorer window and also the Properties window. So the Explorer window, you'll see a list of everything in your game: your camera, your character, the ground, and look, there's even the part that we've just added right now. In the Properties window, you'll see all the settings for whatever you have selected. So if I select our part, this brick over here, I can change its color, you can change its material, you can change the transparency, anything related to the settings for that item you have selected. Let's start off by changing the brick color to something obvious. Let's do it like blue. Most importantly, find a property called anchor at the top and check the box. So you can even use the Properties window and search for anchor and check the box over there. This basically stops the part from falling. It freezes the parts where they are, so they don't move, they're frozen where they are, and nothing can move them. So now is the time that we're going to start coding, and that's why you clicked on the video as well. So in the Explorer window, so on the part, let's click the small plus sign over here, and let's insert an object, which in our case will add a script. This new script is now inside the part. Think of it like the part's brain. You can see it right here in the Explorer, nested under part, just like this. Now delete the default print hello world. We don't really need that for today. The very first thing we need to do is tell the script what it is supposed to be controlling. So let's give this part a name. Just like everything in life, everything has a name. This laptop has a name, it's a MacBook, this microphone has a name, you have a name as well, everything has a name. Your pets have a name as well. So let's call this local, always start like this, and let's call it part for today. Is equal to script.parent. Now always double click, or you can use the tab button instead of writing it all down. Make sure that if you see a capital letter, do it a capital letter as well. So let's break this down. Local part means we're creating a new local nickname called part. Well, the script is inside the parent, so the part is the script's parent. There's the script, this is the parent. Now for the magic, we have our nickname, which we've called it part. Let's use it. So part dot, and we're going to change, as we said before, the brick color is equal to brick color dot new, and we're going to do it, let's do it a royal blue. This is the grammar of Roblox coding. We take our nickname, which is part, add a dot, and then write the property we want to change. Remember the brick color property from earlier. So do you remember the brick color from before? This is the grammar of Roblox coding. We take our nickname, which is part, we add a dot, and then we add the property we want to change. I'm sure that you still remember the brick color we changed earlier from the Properties window. There it is, brick color, and you can choose any color. We're just setting it to a new color, and in our case it's going to be royal blue now. Okay, so it's the time that you were all waiting for. Let's test out. Remember the color right now? It's somewhat of a grayish color. If I click play, turn around, now it's a royal nice blue. You just wrote your first code, pause the video, write the code, test out. Now let's add another step to it. Skip a line and let's add this. So let's tell task.wait, and let's tell it to wait for 2 seconds. This tells the script to pause for just 2 seconds. Then we're changing the transparency. So part, and that's the nickname that we gave it, part.transparency, and we're going to set it to 0.5, which is semi-transparent. Oops. 0.5. Remember, 0 is solid, that's completely visible, while 1 is invisible. You might have noticed I also added these two minus signs. That's when you want to add a comment, that's only you can see it, nobody else can see this. Let's give it a try. I'm going to click run instead. This basically starts the game but without a player. After 2 seconds it goes semi-invisible. That's already working. Now is the part where it gets more challenging. So what if I told you something has to happen forever, and that thing is a loop? When something keeps on happening and happening and happening, we call that a loop. It can happen for 2 times, times, it can happen for infinite. But that's a loop. Think of it like a circle, it just repeats itself. And this is the secret to making things feel alive. Think of a day and night cycle. So the sun rises, then it sets. So let's watch this. What we're going to do, let's add while true. So while true, do something, Mr. Computer, don't just stand there, do something. So this means everything between here and the end, so that's right, end, I want you to do it. And as soon as you're done, look back to the top, all the way up here, and do it all over again. So let me write a note. This code will run forever. It will not stop. Part.BrickColor is equal to royal blue. Let's set the transparency. Part.transparency is equal to 0. We have task.wait. Let's change it to 1 second. And then game designers, we do have a bit of a secret which my students already know. We are lazy, so you can copy this. Oops, you can copy this, skip a line, and then paste. Now instead of royal blue, I'll change this to bright red. Transparency will be 0.5 and the task weight will still be 1 second. Make sure you don't have any red lines. If you have a red or blue line, that means you've done a mistake. So basically we're telling it turn blue. Once you turn blue, then turn red and semi-transparent while you wait 1 second. Then repeat all over again. Let's give it a try. Click play. So it's red, blue, and look at that. You just made your first dynamic looping script. This is the fundamental building block for everything. So we have flashing lights, opening doors, moving platforms. If you get the hang of this, you're ready to move on to the next episode. If not, please watch this video again, then we'll move on to the next part. It all starts from here. The next video, we're going to be learning all about if statements in Roblox Studio. Your challenge for this episode, go back to the script. Can you make it flash faster? Can you make it change to 3 different colors? Can you make it turn completely invisible and then reappear? Give it a try. If you manage, let me know in the comments. If you don't manage, let me know in the comments as well. And thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. You're on your way to mastering Roblox. See you in the next video.